So does IELTS ring any bells with you?
No.
Okay, so IELTS stands for International English Language Testing System, and
Okay.
it's a standardized, it's an international standardized test of English proficiency for those who would like to live, study, or work abroad or overseas. Okay, so I'm going to ask you some questions, IELTS typical questions. The first question is, do you have any pets?
Yes.
So, can you tell me about it?
Sure, yeah. So they're not really my pets, but my
Okay,
sister has a dog whose name
sure,
is Teddy, and I treat him as my nephew.
sure. So, why do you
Yeah.
keep pets? I mean, what is good with them?
Um, so I personally don't think that they're worth keeping because there's a lot of headaches,
Sure,
and I don't like that they're dirty.
sure,
But when it's just my sister's dog, that's great because you get all the love and the cuteness of the pet
sure.
without having to deal with taking it for all the walks and having it make your house dirty.
Great. So,
Yeah.
all right. And if you had a wand to wave at one of your wishes to make it come true, what would it be?
Make one of my wishes come true. Um, hmm. That's a good question. I think what I would do is I'm in New York, so we have a very, very, very pricey cost of living here, and so if I
Oh,
could
okay.
wave the wand, I would make it a lot cheaper to live in this city.
To knock it off,
Because,
right?
yeah,
Okay.
for everyone, not just for me, so everybody can
Okay.
just have a little bit of a better time.
Okay. So you're a
Yeah,
people person and you would like to share the enjoyment, right?
I would share it, yeah.
Okay. What is your birth order?
Birth order. So I have two older sisters, and I'm the youngest.
And how do you feel about it?
I like being the youngest. I
Okay.
think that, but we're also all really close in age, so it doesn't feel like we're that far apart, especially now that we're a bit older.
Sure. And have you ever been you're being sort of like overprotected, like
Um,
helicopter parenting, helicopter sistering, okay, anything like it?
yeah, for sure. That probably exists. That's definitely more of a thing when I was a kid, and even today, I feel like sometimes I'm doing stuff, and they're like, "Oh, like I've lived a little bit more. Like I know that you shouldn't be doing that," and I'm like,
Sure.
"Whatever."
Okay.
But
So
for the
how?
most part, it's good.
I mean, what is life like? Someone like you. I mean, you're the youngest, and how do you feel about it?
How do I feel about it? I feel good. I think that in some regards, as the youngest, I have benefits that, um, my parents still view me as the baby, so I'm forever the baby in the family, I guess. And that has good things in that, they might not bother me about so many things as they like bother my sisters about.
Sure.
But in other regards, it's like, okay, I'm also not taken as seriously as my sisters might be. So sometimes we'll be talking about something and I'll say something that I think is true, and they're like, oh, well, like it's just Sahand. He's the youngest.
Sure.
So like that's
Okay.
the downside.
Are you hopeful about the future?
Am I hopeful about the future? I want to be. I think that there's many things to be hopeful about for the future, and there's so many great things that can come, but then there's also so many scary things that are happening right now in this moment that we're
Hmm.
like I don't know, are we all going to be robots are going to take over, the AI is going to take over, we'll find out. But
Yeah.
I don't know, I want to be hopeful that the world is going to go in a better direction, so we'll see.
Sure. And when it comes to future, so a typical question will be something like, let's say, where do you see yourself in 10 years?
Hmm. Where do I see that question always trips me up. So I guess where I see myself in 10 years, I don't know if I have a good answer to that, but um, yeah, what I can say is I hope to be happy, healthy, and whatever I'm doing, being good at what I'm doing.
And are you happy doing whatever you're doing right now?
Yeah, I'm pretty happy right now.
Sure.
I'm not mad at my life right now.
Mm-hmm.
I'm
So,
working between, having a job, looking for, what the next move in my career is, and also maybe going back to school. So I'm opening options for myself right now.
and what's your typical day like?
A typical day for me. I wake up at around 8,
Sure.
sometimes earlier. And then I normally will just slowly start the morning, read a little bit,
Mm-hmm.
coffee, get to work. I'm remote, so that's nice. I don't have to leave the house too much. So I can just roll out of bed and go straight to the desk.
Sure.
Um, so that takes up the bulk of the day. Sometimes, if I'm lucky, I get out during the day while it's still sunny outside, and I get a walk in through the neighborhood and whatnot. And then nights are, they're up in the air. Sometimes it's just at home. I'll make dinner and, call it a night. Other times I'll get together with friends
Sure.
on the weeknight, and we'll just go do something fun, or we'll go to a movie or something. And yeah, that's kind of the typical day. It's a lot of, the same grind day in, day out.
Sure. And how is it different from other New Yorkers?
My day to day, I don't know if
Yeah.
it's that different. I think that we're all living similar. I think maybe I do a couple more things inside the house than other people do. I think other New Yorkers are, it's as being Iranian, we like to have people over, we like to host, we like to do stuff like that.
Sure.
We like to, at least in my family too, we like to cook and whatnot. So those are things that maybe I do more than other New Yorkers do. But other than that, I would say it's just about the same.
And
Yeah.
could you tell me more about yourself? Are you half Iranian, half American?
No. So both of my parents are Iranian, and I was born in America.
Okay, so your accent, quintessentially American. And
Yes. I was born in New Jersey, so
Wow.
American through and through in the accent.
Sure. And you have the face of an American, okay?
Really?
This is how it looks to me. So you have the face, you have the accent of an American, but you have Sahand as
As the name.
yeah. So thank you very much for keeping the name, and we can have some relationships.
Of course.
So what is your love language? Another question I would like to ask.
Love language. I like to spend quality time with people. I think that that's, the most important one. I think everybody has their phone is always on and distracting, and there's a
Sure.
million things going on all the time. So I think quality time and just putting away the distractions, being able to just put time in with somebody is the most important one.
Which is hardly ever done, actually, right?
Yeah.
I mean,
Exactly.
yeah. So people are texting, for example, while listening to you, and then they have their
You're
heads
with
down.
somebody, but you're talking to 10 other people at the same time,
Sure, yeah. And what do you
Totally.
do if you want to return a favor?
If I want to return a favor, I think it depends on what was done. So sometimes if a friend helped me out with something small, maybe I'll bake something and I'll take it over to them. Or, somebody helped me with something big, I'll take them out to a nice dinner or something. But yeah, normally I'll try to return the favor with some sort of acts of service of either something that I can do personally that it has kind of a personal touch, or just, let's go have a nice meal and, don't worry about it, it's on me.
And do you have any kind of pet peeve when it comes to, returning a favor or something?
How so?
For example, you want to return a favor by, I don't know, texting, for example. Okay, and then you text the guy, but there is no quick response.
Okay, yeah.
Something like it. You feel like,
Yeah, I
okay,
guess
you're
that-
not being paid attention to
Yeah,
to the
something like
extent you
that
expect.
bother me. If I'm trying to reach you and you're just I'm always getting answers 5 days later, then eventually I'll stop answering. Um, what else? I guess that kind of covers it.
Okay, good. So Americans, native speakers of the English language, use some interjections in different situations. For example, when there's a slight accident, or mistake, they would say "oops," right?
Yeah.
So I'm going to give you some situations, and I would like you to tell me what interjections they used.
Okay.
So here, the first one: when you're shocked, or when they're shocked.
Mm-hmm. Oh, what did I say? Oh my God.
Oh my God!
Yeah.
And when they're surprised.
Oh my God.
Oh my God! And when they have a discovery. Oh my God!
A discovery. Oh my God. Wow.
Wow! And when they're in pain.
Amen. Ouch.
Ouch! And they want to call for silence. Mhm. And when they want to have a sigh of relief, or when they have a sigh of relief.
Woo.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
And when they have a moment of joy.
I'm gonna feel like, yay.
Yay. So the next question would be something like, I would like to give you some idioms, and
Okay.
I would like you to rate them up, telling me if they are popular and they are being used or they are outdated, okay?
Got it.
So being in the driver's seat.
Be in the driver's seat. On a scale of like 1 to 10 of it being used, I would say that's like a 5. It's very like businessy, but I feel like
Oh,
in
okay.
day-to-day speech, people aren't using it anymore.
Sure, great. So bite the bullet.
Like the bullet. I would say again 5. I think that one's still used, but not as much amongst my generation.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. I don't know if we have a equivalent today, but
Sure.
I just don't hear people saying it.
Cut corners.
Cut corners, yeah, 10. Everybody still says that.
Okay. Oh, okay.
Don't
So
cut
it's
corners,
absolutely
yeah.
popular.
Popular in the sense that it's just like, very casually thrown
Sure.
into speech. Yeah.
So could you make a sentence like, pop it up right now?
Oh, I was cooking something and I tried to cut a corner, but it made the recipe taste bad. Like,
Sure.
yeah.
Great. And cost an arm and a leg.
Cost an arm and a leg. Yeah, I think like also yeah, pretty high up, like maybe an 8. I think people it's so much it has been used so much that now it's just like it feels very normal for that to just be used.
And at the drop of a hat.
At the drop of a hat. Yeah, let's say I think the same thing, like 8.
Sure.
Like it's such a naturally used expression that doesn't feel very rare to hear it.
Sure. And can you tell me an idiom or slang that is pretty much used in New York, but it could lead to some misunderstanding in some other parts of the United States? It is culturally based. The question is culturally based.
I guess yeah, one in the city that even like in the like immediate areas, like other bordering states maybe don't fully understand is that like when somebody's saying like, oh, I'm in the city does not refer to all of New York City. It refers to only Manhattan.
Oh, okay.
So like for example, if somebody's saying, oh, I'm headed into the city, but they're in Brooklyn, that's still New York City technically, but they mean that they're going from Brooklyn into Manhattan only. So that could be very confusing to some people when they're saying, oh, I'm going into the city, but they'll be like, oh, well, you're already in the city. It's like, no, like I'm going into the city, which is Manhattan only. Yeah.
So this city is not like the city, right? Actually,
the city,
we talk about the same words, but
part of the city.
Yeah, got it. What is your greatest regret in life? Do you have any?
Greatest regret in life? I don't know. I don't think I have a big one. I don't think I'm lucky enough to not have had a big mistake happen yet.
And what is the greatest regret of people around you? Something you might have heard of.
I think a lot of people around me right now, just with like I guess it's a lot of like younger people right now, feel like this, especially in the US with a lot of, how things have been going for um, work life and everything is that they regret maybe not doing something they were more passionate about and more excited about, because even doing the more, responsible kind of career-oriented move hasn't been the most successful move for them yet. So yeah, I guess that's kind of what some young people have been talking about these days.
And do you have any latent talent, a potential that you feel it's been left untapped?
That's a good one. I don't know. I think maybe I feel like I'm a good cook. I feel like I do some good things in the kitchen. So, maybe that. Maybe I could, back up. I can become a chef. Backup option.
Have you given it a try, or you still feel like, okay, not yet?
I've thought about it. So like something that's kind of big right now, and I guess it's kind of big everywhere. It's not even just in America anymore. It's like these like supper clubs that people do. So it's kind of like a very informal way of like, oh, I'm gonna like have a pop-up restaurant, but it's just for one night. So you don't really have to like do the full commitment. You can kind of just like put together a menu for one night and have some people over into a space. And that be your kind of, I guess, trial of doing that. So that's something that I've thought about doing before, but it's also like a lot of planning has to go into that. So I have to find a good period of time when I have some free time to plan something like that.
A possible next question would be like, you were talking about you live in New York, and I think it is part of the people's lifestyle to go to the movies. Okay.
Yes.
So, are you do you have any favorite movie star?
Favorite movie star?
An actor or an actress or something?
Honestly, I don't think so. I'm more in it for the movie itself than who's in the movie. You know what I mean? Like I'm looking for something like a good story.
Sure.
Yeah.
So the plot line could be the magnet, right? Taking you in, right? And what is your favorite genre?
Favorite genre? I like all kinds of movies. I don't like scary movies.
Okay.
I normally don't like funny movies because I don't think they're ever very funny. And
are you talking about those cheesy ones? Because I feel you're kind of a cool guy, and funny movies are gonna get you excited or feel like bitter. So yeah,
they feel a little too. It's just like it's cheesy, it's corny, it's like expected. There's a lot of physical comedy that I don't think is very funny. Sometimes it's like, all right, cool, like whatever. I do like funny TV shows though, but funny movies, I think it's just like it's very long for comedy. I feel like a joke is a joke, and if it keeps getting repeated for an hour and 30 minutes, it's just like, all right, I get it.
And do you have any favorite one, a TV show or something?
Favorite TV show or movie? Well, okay, so I do have a favorite movie. It's actually an Iranian movie, and it's Khanedus Kojas. That's still one of my all-time favorite movies.
Really?
Yeah, I love that movie.
Okay.
And then outside of that, other movies that I really, really
this
like.
This comes as the most surprising moment in our interview. Okay.
I think there's something very nice about that movie, and its like simplicity and its pace and its kind of like very like deep conversations that happen in the movie that are still that was 1985, maybe even earlier, and it's still relevant today, the kind of conversations and the tensions that are being discussed in that movie.
And I think you love the movie partly because you live in New York. It's a bustling city, right? And you would like to, watch something like that. Yeah, in that sense. What is your favorite room in your house?
Say my parents' home has a room in it that is like full of windows, so it's like the sunroom. And that's just a fun room to sit in, and it's cozy. You get to kind of feel like you're outside, but you're inside, and it's like nice to just like read a book in there. When I go home a lot, and that's like I have put my desk in there for when I'm at home, and that's kind of just where I work. And
Okay.
it's nice. You get to be outside and enjoy the sun, but
Sure.
you're not outside really.
You ever been to Iran?
Yes.
Okay. Can you tell
Few
me about
times.
the experience, especially the first one? What was your first impression?
So my first time there, I don't remember it because I was a baby. But going to Iran as a kid, I really liked it. We would always go in the summer, so it was always very hot. We'd stay inside during the day a lot because it was very hot outside. Um, I think what I would remember as a kid, as a child, as like a 5-year-old, associated most with Iran is that the toilets were different. And that's what I always, I was like, oh yeah, we're going to that place where the toilets are flat and not like normal, or normal to me as, growing up in America. But today, I still love going. I was there, I think, 2 years ago now. And yeah, I love going to Iran. I love traveling. When I was a kid, we would spend most of our time, in Tehran and Tabriz, just visiting family. But now when we've been going, we've been making more of an effort to see different parts of the country. And I have like a very long list of places that I wanna go to in Iran still. So definitely waiting for my next trip soon.
Sure. And what is the first picture that pops in people's mind in the United States of America when there is a talk of Iran?
I think that in the past it might have been a more negative one, but I think that today that image is changing a little bit. I think that there's a lot of, I think being in America, you kind of see different time periods where certain cultures are kind of becoming more popular in America. So like, there was a few years ago, like Thai culture was very popular, and then, Korean culture has become very popular. Turkish culture has become very popular. And I think that's through that kind of periphery, Iran has kind of started to come into the fold a little bit more recently, especially like in New York now and in New Jersey where I grew up. Like there's so many like Iranian restaurants now. And so I think that, the image might be more that of like a hospitable Middle Eastern culture, more so than scary place that people, that the news used to be telling all sorts of things about,
Sure.
20 years ago.
And what is your top rated likes and dislikes of being originally an Iranian?
My likes are that, I love our culture. I love our food. I love our, community that we are able to create, especially, outside of Iran. I think that Iranians really try to at least form a community together, which is nice. Dislikes are that being in America, it's very far to, be able to come back. It takes a lot of planning to be able to go to Iran. It's, a process. And then dislikes are, it's very hard for my, people to come visit here. I think that I have some family that lives in Europe as well. And I think that they have a lot more of an easy time, going there and, family from Iran going there and, they're crossing paths. But over here, it's just become it's like basically impossible for any family to ever visit anymore,
Good.
which is unfortunate.
And what do you like about your hometown?
My hometown. I like some parts of it. I don't like other parts of it. It's my hometown is like a small town in New Jersey that's very close to Pennsylvania. And it's nice in that it's quiet. It's, it's very green. It's like in the forest. It's nice in that regard. I love my house and, where my family gathers. That's lovely. But the town itself is quite small and, I guess demographics of the town were a bit interesting in that it wasn't very diverse. We were one of two Iranian families there, and us two Iranian families were of 10 Middle Eastern families in the entirety of the town, and yeah, it was an interesting place to grow up, I guess.
So Iranians have not taken over.
Not yet, no. Maybe in California they have, but definitely not in New Jersey.
Okay. And
although that is changing, there's a lot more Iranians now in New Jersey than there were, when I was growing up.
Okay. And the final question is, what do you do in your free time?
What do I do in my free time? I like to read. I like to walk. Walking has kind of become in like kind of recent years, one of my favorite kind of like pastimes. I'll just go, out the door and just walk around, and like even like for hangouts with friends, like especially I was talking about earlier, like the cost of living is crazy. Like we'll just like meet up sometimes and just go for a nice long walk and call that our hangout instead of going and sitting somewhere and spending God knows how much on a nice meal. But so that's one. Other things I do in my free time, I like to bake. So, if I'm not just cooking for sustenance, I'm also cooking for, just to do something fun. So that's another one. And then just watch TV, movies.
Great.
Keep myself busy.
Okay. Thank you very much. So it was a pleasure to have you here, and thank you for your time.
No problem. Nice meeting you, Mohsen. Have a
You
good one.
too. You too.
Bye.
Bye.